An interesting way I am implementing jumping over objects in a Unity project I am working on. Since this project doesn't require precise collisions, I have applied box colliders to the objects the player can jump over. Utilizing the animation window with the player game object selected, we can analyze the jumping animation. This will give us the precise frames at which we want to trigger some code. This frame will work nicely to begin the jumping process. With a reference to the character controller, we are also going to need 3 methods for this to work. A method to disable the character controller, which does exactly what it says. A method to enable the character controller, which also does exactly that, and a method to detect if we can jump over an object. This method simply sets 2 points in the world based on the player's transform and the character controller's height and center point, sets a box size based on the character controller's radius, then calls the 2 overlap box methods and stores the hits in arrays. If no objects were detected, then we temporarily disable the player's character controller. Now let's add animation events onto our animation clip. On the frame, we want to detect the jump, add an event and assign it the detect jumpable object method. On the frame you want to re-enable collision, add an event and assign the enable character controller method. Now in the editor, if we go frame by frame, you can see the 2 boxes we set up in code. They do not collide with the table, thus disabling the character controller and allowing the player to move through it. Once the animation hits the frame that calls enable character controller, the collision is re-enabled and we can no longer move through the table. This method of jumping over objects is definitely designed explicitly for the project I am working on. There will not be slopes or the need for gravity in this game, so this method works beautifully. Now you know